By now, you should know what variables are. But how do you find out what number a variable is representing? Or using the example in the previous video, how do you find out what is under the wrapping paper? Let's look at an example that we used in the previous video. Question mark plus 3 equals 5. What can we do to find the value of our variable, the question mark? We need to isolate it or get it onto its own side. That way, we can find out exactly what it means. Right now, we can see that the only thing that's on the same side as the question mark is the plus 3. If we can get rid of this, we will isolate the question mark. So, what can we do to get rid of the plus 3? Well, we can subtract 3. Adding and subtracting are opposites, so they undo each other, or in math terms, they cancel out. Thus, they are called inverse operations. We know that 3 minus 3 is 0, and that question mark plus 0 equals question mark. But we can't just take away from one side of the equation. That would change the equation. Since we are subtracting 3 from one side of the equation, we have to subtract 3 from the other side as well. In algebra, the key rule is whatever you do to one side of the equation, you must do to the other side to keep it balanced. Think of an equation as a balance. Whatever you do to one side, you must do to the other. If you add some weight to one side, you have to add the same amount to the other side to keep it level. And if you take away some weight, you have to take away the same amount from the other side. So for our equation, let's make sure that we subtract 3 from both sides. 3 minus 3 is 0, so we can cross that out. Now we know that question mark equals 5 minus 3, and 5 minus 3 is 2. When we subtract 3 from both sides of the equation, we're left with question mark equals 2, and that's our answer. The value of the question mark is 2. Using our gift wrap analogy, it's like unwrapping the present. We discovered that the number 2 was hidden under the question mark wrapping present all along. Great work. Now, just to be absolutely sure, let's double check by substituting our answer back into the original equation. Since we know that question mark stands for 2, we can replace the question mark with 2 in our equation. And there it is. It works. 2 plus 3 is indeed 5. We found the value of our variable. Okay, now let's try a problem involving multiplication. This one's a bit trickier, but take a moment to think through it. How can we find the value of x? Try it on your own first, and then we'll solve it together. Alright, let's solve it together. First, we see that x is being multiplied by 5 and then added to 2. Now, the inverse operation of multiplication is division, but we can't just go ahead and divide both sides by 5. That would give us this, and that doesn't help us very much. So we can't do that first. But there is the plus 2 that is on the same side as the 5x, and we can get rid of that first. To get rid of plus 2, we can use the inverse operation, subtracting 2. Now remember, whatever we do to one side of the equation, we must do to the other, so we can take 2 away from both sides of the equation. And 2 minus 2 is 0, so that cancels out, and 47 minus 2 is 45. This simplifies to 5x equals 45. Now we can isolate the x by dividing both sides by 5. 5x divided by 5 is 1x, which is just x. And 45 divided by 5 is 9. This simplifies to x equals 9. And there's our solution. But let's check our work to make sure. If x equals 9, we should be able to substitute it back into the original equation and get the correct answer. First, we calculate the multiplication. 5 times 9 is 45. And then we add 2. 45 plus 2 is indeed 47. It checks out. X equals 9. Alright, let's try one last example. Pause the video and see if you can solve this on your own. Okay, now let's do it together. First, let's get rid of the 9. The inverse operation of addition is subtraction, so if we subtract 9 from both sides, we can isolate the negative b. 9 minus 9 is 0, so we can cancel that out. And negative 2 minus 9 is negative 11. Now we have negative b equals negative 11, but we can't stop there. We need to find b, not negative b. How can we get rid of the negative sign? Well, what's another way to write negative b? Negative b is the same as negative 1 times b. If we divide negative 1b by negative 1, we will get b, isolating the variable. So if we divide both sides by negative 1, we can flip the signs around and we get b equals 11. Now there is another way we could have done this. We could have multiplied both sides by negative 1, since negative b times negative 1 is also b. But either way, we would have ended up with b equals 11. So now let's put b back into the original equation. It may be tempting to replace negative b with 11, but remember, we solved for b, not negative b. So we would actually get negative 11 plus 9 equals negative 2, which is correct. Okay, that's it for this video. Here's all that we covered. An inverse operation is the operation that undoes the other. For example, addition is the inverse operation of subtraction and vice versa, and multiplication and division are inverse operations of each other. To find a variable in a linear equation, we can isolate it. Whatever we do to one side of the equation, we must do to the other to keep it balanced. Great work today. Now on your own, see if you can solve these 3 linear equations. Drop your answers down in the comments and check the description for the answers. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like and subscribe to the channel. If there are certain videos you want to see, let us know in the comments. If anything was confusing or you have any ideas where we can improve, drop it in the comments below. We'd love to help and we'd love to get better. That's it for this video. Keep working hard and keep learning. Thank you for watching.